Tenant just brought over the check. He always gives it to me early in the month. He moved in like a week before the beginning of the month, and that's when he pays his rent, so cheers. So it's July 25th, 2025 here in Rusty, Rhode Island. Double cheers. So I got my rear end in the garage, and got it set up on the jack stands. Gonna be knocking all that rust off, and I'm got the torch set out. Gonna be heat up those bolts so I can get it. A little lucky. She likes to lay on that cement floor because it's nice and cool. I hate the way she gets all dirty, but actually did sweep the floor before she came in, and got sawdust all over it again. My fish hook. Got a hook a little more. The support broke off and it bent a little bit. Fortunately, it didn't totally. I can fix it. So I'll be putting some gussets on there. I'll fix it up. I only built that for my trailer to pick up like washing machines and dryer. When I was junking, I'd go out and pick up washers and dryers from people's. I would tell them, if you can get it out close to the front yard, I'll take it away, and they would definitely get it out there, and I'd pick it up with the come along, throw it in the trailer. And at one point, if I filled my trailer and truck up with like refrigerators and stoves, I would get about $125. And then it dropped down to about $65. And now it's like people don't even want to be out there. So I was measuring, and I came up with 52 and a half. Gotta get that tape out of there. 52 and a half to the outside of the springs. So I was gonna measure this real quick and figure it out, and it comes up pretty close to the same. Let's get started on cutting that out. Get those bolts out. Let me get set up. So, like I was saying, I always make sure I clean any slag off. The slag, when you're trying to heat it up, that slag can act like a heat shield. It's just hard to explain why it does it, but it does. So whenever you want to heat something up, like to remove a bolt, you always want to get the slag out of there. So when I measure this across, I got 50, and when I measure it on the van truck, I got 52. So it looks like I might have to move those saddle hats out, which is no big deal. I can cut them off with the grinder and move them out. I only use a small welding tip. I don't use the cutting torch. I want to concentrate my heat right on that spot. And then I have a 6-point wrench, a rubber hammer, and a pair of vice grips, because sometimes that wrench will get kind of hot. So, turn the gas on. Let's get the torch lit. Keep bringing the acetylene down and the oxygen up until I get a nice tip like that. I'm just going to concentrate that tip. Got my glasses here. And I'm just going to concentrate that tip right on that right there. Let me just pause for a few seconds. So you don't need to have a big flame. A big old flame is not going to help you anymore. That little small flame, I paused for about 7 minutes to get that thing good and hot. And then, just gonna put the wrench on there. give it a whack. So it's moving. Like I say, a big flame is not what you need. You only need a small flame concentrated right on that point where the nut, where the bolt is inside there. So I've got this side moving. Guess just gonna leave them loose and turn it around and get the other side now. Let me just pause. So this other side went without any heat. It was just that one that really needed heat. Shut my bottles off. One thing you never want to do is leave your bottles on. The gas will dissipate. I don't know where it goes, but I know if you leave it on, you end up with an empty bottle. Lock that up. So I paid only a few $100s for this torch set years back. I don't know what they cost now. Probably about $500 or $600. And then you got to buy your gas bottles, which is basically you pay for a deposit on the bottle, and then you just keep exchanging bottles when you need new ones. I'm going to be going at this rear end with the air nibbler later on, I think. As far as the apartment, I'm going to be going in there and doing some work still, but I got to go pick up materials, and I'm waiting till later on to go do that. Let the crowds go, all the contractors get to work. Then I'll go up to Home Depot and be able to get in and out of there. Home Cheapo. I don't know, I might go to True Value and see if they got the paint I need. Maybe they'll have it there. I need a really hard paint, but then I'm thinking about getting poly with like a white stain poly, so it'll be stain and poly mix. I got to do that countertop in the apartment, and I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it yet. I'm thinking do a coat of stain and poly, and then that'll cover up any. There's a few scratches on it that I don't like. I mean, I could probably live with it like it is, but I want it to look new again. So my thought was, I'll take some polyurethane that has like a white stain in it. They sell the stain, it's mixed stain and white polyurethane, and then put that down first, and then just put straight poly on top of that. It's kind of what I'm thinking. I'll be getting into that next week. Out from Rust Rhode Island, guys. See you on Bad Chad.